Right, time for another Parkside review video. Now, there's nothing actually in Lidl's at the moment in time because it's the end of November and everything is focused towards Christmas decorations and knickknacks and kind of stuff that'll be in the bin by New Year. So these are kind of tools I've bought over the year that could be considered stocking fillers. Let's start with this one by here. Right, so this is actually a battery-powered soldering iron. It takes 3 AA batteries, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's AAs. Yeah, 4.5 volt, 6 watt, and press the button, it gets hot. It's really handy for kind of like repairs where you haven't got any mains electric, but you've got to use decent batteries in it, you know, like either really kind of high amp hour rechargeables or kind of Duracell type batteries. Don't go cheapy pound shop batteries because they won't last that long. But again, that's quite handy. Batteries go in the end of there. But, yeah, handy little tool that. Also very handy for heat shrinking as well. You know. You always remember to put the top back on once it's cooled down. But yeah, nice little soldering iron that. Right, next up, another soldering iron. This one's mains powered. This one is actually part of the pyrography set, which is kind of, you know, artistic wood burning, not that sort of stuff you did in school vandalising the desktops. The reason this is all I've got at the moment in time is because the actual stand it came with was useless. Had a plastic kind of insert on top of the spring that's supposed to kind of, you put the soldering iron so it doesn't melt anything. That actual plastic insert wasn't fireproof. It just melted every time you put in there, which got the kind of tip here covered in black plastic. So that quickly got put in the bin, and I now use this iron for kind of general soldering and, you know, again, heat shrinking, that kind of thing. But it's a good, you know, it's quality. It's very, you know, comfortable to use. The cable's quite good on it. But yeah, I have got the temperature controlled soldering station, which is a much better for doing electronics work and things like that. So yeah, yeah, they do a couple of these, and the actual stands are just let them down. So, the third one, it's also kind of a crafting item. I haven't used this much. This is engraving tool. Mains powered. Cable's a bit on the thick side, to be honest. Makes it a little bit cumbersome to use. Got a little thing to protect the point on it because that's quite sharp. But yeah, you got to kind of control there to vary the kind of the speed and kind of vibrations of it. And that little button there is what you turn off. So when you're doing your engraving, that's how it works. Kind of like a tattoo pen without any ink. Similar principle, kind of electromechanical. But yeah, I haven't used it that much, mainly because I've got a very old, I think it's Burgess one from like the 1950s or 60s that I still use. But this was kind of just bought as a backup because it's just, you know, fairly good quality. The last one is this moisture meter. It's probably the smallest box I've ever seen a Parkside tool come in, and it's even more surprising is the actual moisture meter itself is even smaller. Look at that. It's tiny, isn't it? It's like a matchbox size. So this will measure, you know, the moisture content in wood, brick, concrete. There's the different surfaces you can measure. Take the top of it off, which is always a bit tricky. It's got the top there to protect yourself from these points, which are very sharp. But yeah, I think it came with a battery. And that wasn't that much either. I think it was like about £7, £8, something like that. There we go. Got the temperature on there. But you can scroll through the different materials to measure the moisture content in them. But yeah, it does come with the instructions as well. But yeah, That's an ideal stocking filler for somebody that's got a wood burn or something like that, because it's great to measure the moisture content of what you're burning, because you know, above a certain amount of moisture, it's just, you're going to be causing problems with your stove. You really should be as dry as possible. So there you go. So if you see this for sale throughout the year in Lidl's, they might be handy stocking fillers for your handy man or woman in your life. Also, in the background, these are a set of 3 squares the Parkside do. I think they're about £7. The very smallest one is in the house at the moment in time, but they've got a built-in spirit level on them. You know. But, yeah, again, probably a bit big for a stocking filler, especially that one, because it's half a metre long, 500mm. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Hopefully they'll have some more Parkside stuff in before Christmas, because I'm getting bored, to be honest, of looking at decorations when I go to Lidl's. There we go. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon.